What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. Today I'm doing something very special. Today I will be actually showing y'all. Can y'all see the letters? I can't really see it because it's blurry, but I got letters of when I was in military school, so we finna go ahead and go through them. I also got Mama Dukes with me, so go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, what's up?
Yeah, y'all, we finna go through these letters, but before we go through these letters, make sure y'all stay tuned because I'm about to give y'all the story time of what I remember. Then we're gonna go to the mail, and then from there we're gonna read it off, and then anything that pop off, we just gonna, you know, I'm gonna update y'all. I'm gonna let her fill in the beginning to some, like, you know, some degree, how I got there, and then I'm gonna tell y'all my experience while I was there. You think that's good? Do you think they ready? You wanna hear that?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and fill it in, Mama. Fill them in.
Okay. Well, most kids end up going to military school usually because they have bad behavior, or they're failing in school. Maybe got in trouble with the law, and this was a way to get themselves back on track. Mm-hmm. This was not his story. It was partially his story, which was Mama was trying to preserve her son from dropping out of school. But he was a social kid, and he would get in class and talk all the time. Yeah. And the teachers would be upset and be calling me because they couldn't get him to be quiet, and he was distracting everybody. Eventually, he settled down, he got better with his grades, and he eventually actually got, he got on the varsity team of basketball in his 9th grade year. I was concerned that he was going to get in high school, get popular, start messing around with the girls, and drop out. The deal was, as long as his grades stayed steady, then he could continue to play ball. But if they went down, then Mama was gonna bench him until his grades came back up. He didn't necessarily do bad, but they didn't come up as high as I would like them to be or where they were. So at that point, I decided to put him in the Michigan Youth Challenge Academy, which was a very good program. Was there for probably about
6 months.
Yeah, about 5 or 6 months.
Yeah, 5 or 6. And
he went there in the 10th grade, and he graduated that same year with his high school diploma, had some certifications under his belt, and that's pretty much it. So
when I first got to military training, it was first 2 weeks was called boot camp. I went to boot camp. They had us in like these little radio rooms, right? And we had like a bunkie, right? But I remember when I first went to the Michigan Youth Challenge Academy, and they took me off that bus, they were trying to yell at you, hey, get off the bus, woody, woo, you know, try to make you all scared. You know, it was some punks out there who was scared. They got us situated with our house and everything else, and then from there it was just history. But before we actually got to the housing, the processing part was the hardest part for me because I had to cut my hair off. Like, I'll tell you, I was bald, like chicken leg bald. I was bald. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, at that time, y'all, I was so insecure about my head, bro.
Yes, you were.
So insecure, man. And it was just crazy, you know, seeing me, like, cause they had us lined up. They was like, everybody was getting their hair cut, like one at a time. They wasn't going easy on the clippers. They was just, you know. And yeah, you know, the beginning was the hardest part. You know, had to get over that insecurity. Once we graduated from boot camp, which was just basically PT, working out a lot every day and just trying to mentally get you prepared for what's to come.
How long did that last?
2 weeks. That lasted 2 weeks, and then we had graduation.
2 weeks that you couldn't talk to nobody.
Couldn't talk to nobody. I couldn't talk to mom. Man, I couldn't make no phone calls. We couldn't write no letters.
Couldn't come visit.
Couldn't go visit. Man, it was terrible. You know what I'm saying? It was terrible. And then that's when like all the kids who was really there for a reason, like who was, you know, some of them was criminals. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's when they was getting kicked out. But I ain't gonna lie, that was the most craziest time there.
Wasn't it a couple tried to run away?
A lot of them tried to run away. A lot of them literally tried to run away, y'all. Like, if you're watching this video and you went to NYCA, I forgot what we was called, but I think it was, I forgot what year technically they say, but if you remember my face, man, you know, I know some of y'all ran, bro. Fast forward, once I graduated, we went to a different location, which was more relaxing. You know, we had more freedom there. I was able to write my letters. I was able to attend school there. I was able to participate in a lot of curricular activities and even activities, period. You know what I'm saying? They had like a lot of fun little events and stuff there, which is pretty cool, man. And I had a great time there as well. I had met a lot of great people from different places like Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, and everywhere around Michigan. People was there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, for the most part, that's kind of sums it up. It took me about 5 months.
So when he first got there, he was reluctant. It took some conning to get him to go.
Oh yeah, for sure. I ain't want to go.
It took some conning to get him to go, but and his sister was just born, so he wanted to be close to her and things. But at the end of the day, he got a lot of compliments from like the sergeants and things. They really complimented the kind of young man he was.
Real genuine, you hear me?
Yeah.
Real genuine.
They gave him a lot of accolades and things about his personality, which I was very, very proud of. Mm-hmm. So for all y'all people out there to be talking about women can't raise men, y'all got it twisted. Y'all little young people that want to be done with school, that's a good way to do it.
It's a good way. It's cool.
5 months and you're done.
Get away from your parents for 5 months.
You don't get a chance to go to prom and all of that. But if you want to be done with school and you want to come out with a diploma, not a GED.
Just want to get out of high school.
You just want to go to high school.
Go to college.
Stay focused. That's a good program for you to get into.
And get buffer, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the girls, you ain't got to cut your hair. You feel me? You ain't got to cut ball like the guys. We had to cut our hair ball, so. Yeah, y'all good. Y'all just got to put it in the bun or something, you know, but hey.
And even though it's co-ed, y'all are separated for a while, so tell them about that part.
Oh yeah, we was separated like a month, man. They had some beautiful women in there. I was over there looking. Everybody in our platoon was looking at the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Cause we was around all guys. Only when we went to like Cortec or something like that. I think that's not Cortec. It was something like that. But it was like when we went to school, the only time, even then, you could not flirt. If you get caught flirting, you in trouble. I'm gonna give y'all a story too. Like every time, bro, cause like, all right, this is another weirdest thing, you know what I'm saying? Most odd thing about this thing that people might not like is like you gotta shower with other people. Like we had one bathroom, you know what I'm saying? We all was like going like 5 at a time, boom, 5 at a time, you know what I'm saying? That was the craziest. I hated that, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't never, I always had drugs on, you hear me? Drugs on, you hear me? Yeah, the only time you'll see the females is just like y'all pass and then go to like shower time, but they'll be downstairs, you'll be upstairs. But sometimes you'll go downstairs if whatever reason, like the bathrooms or something that's messed up or something like that, you gotta go downstairs. That's the only time. And even then, they were very strict on like the passing. They take a shower differently from the guys, intentionally, you know what I'm saying? So it don't be.
So y'all don't cross paths.
So we don't cross paths. But it be times like when we gotta go to lunch or dinner, that's when we cross paths. Y'all ready for these letters, man? I ain't gonna lie, these letters are very personal. I'm trying to show y'all, hold on. It's a lot of them, so make sure y'all stay tuned. You know, don't laugh, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm gonna get on y'all tail, bro. But make sure y'all just stay tuned and watch the video through, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share it, whatever, bro. Ask any questions as well, and also let me know what videos y'all want to see below. So the first letter, this is the letters that I'm pulling out right now. These are from the beginning, right? So when I first got in July, these are the letters that I started writing after I graduated from boot camp. So, you know, very emotional, very, you know what I'm saying, in tune. All right, so let's do it. First letter, you opening up the letter. I can't show y'all the address or anything like that, but I'm gonna show y'all me opening them. Here go the first letter. Ooh, we got some length. Let's get straight to it. Dear Mom, I'm doing well. Some days I feel like quitting, but it's mentally tough. but I refuse to let myself down. Some days it's hard, some days it's not. I fight to keep myself motivated. I'm going to be honest with you. I was going through some in the first week, didn't receive any mail, couldn't talk to y'all at all, and I was facing with myself. I'm so happy I received mail. When my cadre, a cadre is like the sergeant. When the cadre called my name to receive mail, I hopped up and yelled, "Thank you." Yeah, to my cadre. He looked at me crazy, but smiling because he knew how I feel. And that's crazy because I feel like I remember the time when I first got my piece of mail, when we was able to receive mail. When everybody was receiving mail for the first time, it was like Christmas, bro. It was literally like Christmas. And it was like anxiety, you know, building up. Cause you haven't heard from your parents, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, I wonder if they would think about me, or, you know, what's been going on, woo, you know? And you want to tell them so much about the program, so yeah. So let's go back. Things here is pretty well. We wake up at 5:30 a.m. every day. At 6:30, I don't know. In the morning, KJ wakes us up every day. From then, we make our beds and head to morning chow. Once we eat morning chow, we do morning stretch and PT. The chow is pretty tasty, but we only get 5 minutes to eat. We will be moving in tomorrow across the street early. The graduation will still be going on Sunday. It'd be nice if y'all can come to respond. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I said, what else I said? By the time I come back home, I will be cut even more stronger. Tomorrow, we are marching across the street. Building 13. Building 13 is 8 miles away and we'll be walking there. I will be physically stronger for basketball. Anyways, how's it at home? When will you visit me? I miss you. I will talk to you again. Love you, sincerely, your son. That joke was 8 miles away, y'all. We walked 8 miles away. And we had our bags. I don't think it was really 8 miles away, though. I don't think it was really 8 miles away. But if it was, that's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. And this is when I was in boot camp. So as y'all can, you know, tell, I said we'll be graduating. That was during boot camp. So I guess that was like my first letter before crossing the class.
Now let me say this about boot camp. One thing Jalen had a tough time in before he went to this Michigan Youth Challenge Academy.
Ain't no mail in this one. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. But when he went there, one of the issues that we had was that he had a hard time looking you in your eye when he talked. However, after the first 2 weeks of that boot camp, when we came to see him, that was the first thing that I noticed. He looked you in your eyes. His gaze was strong. He didn't take his eyes off you when he had to speak. So that was the first thing I noticed, that he was gaining confidence, that he himself as a man could look you in your eye and say what he needed to say.
All right, on to the next. Let's go ahead and open this one up. So by this time, I'm assuming we are already. Oh yeah, I'm tripping. Go ahead, open that one. I'm tripping. I'm opening up the letters like it's just some Christmas present or something. Like we ain't gonna put these back in there. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. All right, yeah, you pulling out, mama. You pulling out. Hello. Today is week 1, and I'm still surviving. Today I had my first PT test and physical training. Oh, I said, yeah, PT and physical training test. I ran 1.5 miles in 8.15 seconds. Scored a +5 on the flexible test, which is good, and I scored 9.15 seconds on the suicide test. The food today was pretty darn good. That's literally what I said, y'all. The food today was pretty darn good. I really miss being at home in my own room. I really miss being at home in my own room because the kids that I'm in the platoon is really annoying and don't know how to shut up. So we stay doing PT. So that means working out, doing push-ups, sit-ups, all that. How are you doing? How's Jelly doing? How is Jelly walking yet? I said, inform me on the good information. I really miss you and hope to see you soon. So again, that's what my mama said. My little sister was just, you know what I'm saying, learning how to walk. She's walking about tall as me now, you know what I'm saying? Next letter. It's gonna get better, so make sure y'all please stay tuned and like and comment. Dear Mom, today was an exciting day. Today was my first day of school at the NYCA Academy. I got to see all my new teachers and all the classes I would be attending. I have 7 classes throughout the day. And out of these 7 classes, I found 5 of those classes interesting and exciting. My science teacher is an older white guy who is very wise and likes to think outside of the box. Today in this class, we, as in my platoon, had a discussion with him if flying cars would happen. And he said he believes in the next 30 years there would be flying cars, self-driving helicopters, and much more. He also went on saying and explaining how time moves fast. My social studies teacher was and is a retired infantry grunt. He is legally in a Marine Corps. He legally killed people. That's what I said. He also told us some things he had went through. For example, he couldn't shower for 2 months because he was in the war. Oh, I got some stuff in the back.
That's awful.
Long story short, today was pretty good, and I can't wait to see you again in September. It was great seeing y'all at my graduation. When you left, walking out the door, I cried. I only have 2 minutes to write, so I want you to know I miss you and I can't wait to see you again. Now listen, my teacher there, when I tell y'all that old white guy, that was one of my favorite teachers. So he was so futuristic, y'all, and he would think outside the box, and he made learning so much more better. Like, he was like a Bill Nye type of guy. Like, imagine having Bill Nye as your teacher. That was him. Hello, Mom. My day at the NYCA is very long, but I'm learning a lot. We wake up at 5 a.m. and begin our day. In the morning, we brush our teeth in a group of 6. You heard I said we brush our teeth in a group of 6. Then we move to our beds. Once we are finished with making our bed, we stand in front of our bed and we wait for further instruction. The breakfast here is alright. Could be better though. Today is day 3. And for breakfast, we had eggs, sausage, bacon, orange juice, and milk. I haven't gotten any trouble with the cadre so far, and indeed, I'm pretty cool with both of my platoon cadre. Also in the mornings, we march everywhere we go, even to child. And I've been doing a lot of extra push-ups on my own, striving to get even bigger. The platoon that I'm currently in is as annoying as platoon 3 but indeed they are childish. I graduate in a week from now to cadet, which I'll be across the street at this place drop off. What's that? Okay. Yeah, I see. I only have a few minutes to write this letter, so don't worry. I'll try to write back tomorrow. I love you. See you when I see you. Sincerely, Jalen. My bad, y'all. That's kind of, the text is kind of hard. I gotta follow it through with my fingers, my eyes. You wanna read that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dear Mom, things at NYCA has been pretty good. I am currently working on bettering myself and looking for improvement. And yes, I received your letter. The training is coming along. Sometimes I get annoyed of the cadre, but I know how to control myself. I really don't know if I gain weight or lose weight, but I know I gain muscle. My chest has widened out some with my arms. I am now doing 50 push-ups straight, and my goal is to be able to do 70 straight by September 15th. Yes, I meet some cool people here in my platoon, but I also meet some annoying people. The shower time here is pretty good, actually, besides the 4 minutes showers and rotation. The water is hot and the water pressure is hard. I shave every day, which is new for me. I'm becoming a man, okay, and surviving on my own. Please keep my presence known to Jelly. Don't let her forget about me. That's his sister. Also, the plan that you have is very good. I can't wait to come home and see the change also. Love you, Mom. See you in September, the next visitation. Also tell Pops that I'm getting bigger and learning from this academy. I will be ready for basketball mentally and physically. Love y'all both. Okay.
Alright. We gonna go ahead and say the rest. We got a whole nother stack. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole nother stack right here. Cool.
So that's the intro to NYCA.
Yeah.
And your experience there.
Yeah, my experience.
So go NYCA. Thank y'all. Y'all did a great job with this young man over here. To all the
They not gonna see
officers.
it.
They might.
They might.
Some of the people still follow
They
you.
might. They might.
They
They
might.
might. They might.
They might.
They might. They might. All right. Well, look, y'all. Anything you want to tell them? Tell them. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe
Mm-hmm.
to his channel.
Also, man, I need y'all to let me know, like, go ahead and tell Mama Deuce that she needs to be on the videos more. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go ahead and tell her so she can see what's up, what's going on. I'm glad that she popped out today. You know what I'm saying? I actually had a great time.
Me too, me too.
Yeah, definitely gotta pop out for another video, man. But without further ado, I will see you on the next video. Make sure y'all do that for me, and then we gone, man.
Peace.
Peace.